With me today, I've got a friend of mine, Jeff Boyer. Jeff Boyer, and your position with Virginia Department of Transportation.
As an incident management coordinator.
Incident management coordinator.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
And that's basically for our region from
I
West
control
Virginia down to
4 counties. Yes, sir. I control Shenandoah, Clark, Frederick, and Warren is my geographic area response. With transparent boundaries, we can go throughout the state or additional states, but that's my primary area of responsibility.
We've been talking recently about a project in Shenandoah County with regard to one of the overpasses along I81. Can we talk a little bit about what that looks like and at least currently the timing of how everything is going to flesh out to this point?
Sure, Sheriff. Unfortunately, we had a bridge strike back in September, the early morning hours of September, mid-September, done some pretty significant damage to the bridge. Since that date, we've had a lane closure set up on Route 604, North Street, over the interstate.
So North Street here at Woodstock.
Yes, it's North Street in Woodstock is the bridge location. Essentially, everyone knows is the water tower location. So to kind of put it in perspective. But, yeah, it's that bridge. It's southbound lane. It's the first beam on the bridge that's damaged. It was struck. It actually kind of had 2 apparent strikes. It's a dump truck strike with its bed raised up, and then we had a tractor-trailer load of turkeys that struck the dump truck, which possibly could have caused additional damage. It's undetermined. But we experienced that damage to the bridge. Long-term evaluations was the beam needed to be replaced. So in that we restricted that lane of traffic over Route 604 for safety reasons to keep the traffic off of that until we could get that beam replaced.
Now, when you say so that hasn't been done yet, or
no,
has
sir.
it? Okay, so that hasn't, the beam replacement hasn't happened yet.
No, sir. That is tentatively scheduled to happen March the 7th, weather dependent.
Right. And is that something that's going to impact traffic for about how long?
It is, Sheriff. We're anticipating a full 81 southbound closure for probably approximately 12 to 18 hours. And we know what a normal accident brings to the residents of Shenandoah County and arterial routes on a normal day. So I think it's going to be a very large impact to the citizens of Shenandoah County, not just to the northern end of the county. I think to central Shenandoah County as well. We chose that day for a couple different reasons. Number one, in my opinion, we could get that day. It takes the school system out of the equation.
Exactly.
So I think we'll win right off the bat, if we can take our school system out and lessen the impact of that. Also, by data-driven, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night is our lowest traffic volumes on 81 corridor southbound. Okay. So we get a double win out of a Saturday and Saturday. Plus the less impact for commuters and day-to-day work schedule, stuff like that. Lessen the impact for the citizens.
So the public understands it's the Fairview Road. This turns into Fairview Road, starts at North Street in Woodstock. Will that road have disruptions as well?
It will, Sheriff, and that'll start actually tomorrow morning, Friday morning, the 13th of all things. But it'll be closed starting tomorrow morning, and that'll be closed tentatively scheduled through April the 30th. The contract that we have to repair the bridge is a fixed end date of May 1st. We're hoping to have an earlier completion, obviously, but right now tentatively planned for that to be closed. It'll be closed between Fayetteville Road, Summit Avenue as our first closures. I would say a hard, definite closure is going to be what some refer to as the Wetzel Farm or the park. Woodstock Park that's there on the east side of the interstate. People will be able to still access that park and access that property, and also pretty much at the water tower, so they can access Wetzel
but there
Road.
won't be any through traffic from one side to the other.
No, it'll be closed, so the contractor will have room to work. The plan is when we lift and remove the beam, they're going to set the beam on the west side of Fayetteville Road or right on the approach side in front of the water tower for demolition and disposal.
And this is Friday the 13th of February is when that starts.
That's correct.
And you're saying the completion date is anticipated no later than May 1st.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay. And then the I81 piece, just southbound, the 7th of March, is all these are anticipated dates.
Yes, sir. Weather dependent, the target right now, the contractor right now has a target date of March the 7th.
So you've put a traffic camera up there at that mile marker in the median?
We did. On the north side of the Route 604 bridge on the interstate in the median, we put a portable traffic camera up. And that
so people can go look live at traffic volume the day or as you're working through this project.
They can look at traffic volumes on the 511 camera wall. They can look at traffic volumes. That camera will be up and live during construction. When we close the interstate down, when the contractor's there with the crane, removing the beam, placing the new beam. So, you'll be able to view that, not just from a management standpoint, but, anyone will be able to hop on there and view that footage.
Right. And, we were talking about this off camera. I mean, to me, again, when my kid was coming home from college over the weekend, I'm looking at the road conditions. So you get on 511, and you start looking at those cameras going, yeah, this is how it is in this area, this is how it is in that area. So I just wanted the public to know that there would actually be a camera there for them during this project.
Yes, sir. And we do encourage the camera uses all along the corridors and any routes that there's cameras. And we're increasingly trying to increase the numbers of those cameras about, but we do encourage the use of those. They're a good tool.
So let's talk a little bit about detouring when this occurs. The plan is to detour people from what point to what point?
The plan is southbound. The initial detour route and the posted detour route will be to exit 81 at the 291 interchange, the Toms Brook interchange.
Right.
They'll exit there. They'll proceed east on Mount Olive Road to Old Valley Pike, Route 11. They'll go Route 11 or Old Valley Pike through town of Woodstock to West Reservoir Road, which is Route 42, and then back onto the interstate.
So basically, for people that live in Shenandoah County, it's a typical detour if we had a crash in that particular area on I81 southbound.
It is. Correct. And we understand also West Reservoir Road may not be the most ideal. We do have to post a detour route. So that'll be our initial detour route. We fully understand that folks are going to probably go to 185 in Edinburgh or to Stony Creek Road. We know they'll probably go to Bowman's Crossing, may go to Mount Jackson as additional Vinton Avenue. And we support that to be able to get those folks back on their travel way to 81.
Right. The other thing, I guess you guys will be posting this on you have signage, electronic signage up and down Interstate 81. So you all will be putting information out as well.
Yes, we will, Sheriff. Our plan is to do a very aggressive outreach and communication all the way back into Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, points north of that location and also east, to be able to give the motorists and the citizens as much forewarning as we have to use that detour.
Any plans for, I know with regard to closing down the bridge, you're detouring people on Spring Street, or you even, is that a formal detour route?
It is, Sheriff. Yep. Signs are being installed today. The detour route will definitely be Spring Street. Spring Street, sorry. It'll be from North Street to Spring Street back onto Route 11. Obviously, there's a couple town roads there, in the mix, but that'll be the primary detour route for Fravel Road, from North Street. Be a little piece of Fravel onto Spring Street.
Right. Okay.
So for that detour standpoint.
Okay.
I don't see that as being a large impact. We've reached out, obviously, to law enforcement, fire rescue. They have altered response plans to seek accordingly, and don't see a big issue or a big need with that.
Right.
Obviously, our main concern, as far as transportation and emergency services, emergency response, is the 81 closure. That's our big ticket item.
Right.
I think, and I told the board the same thing. I'm really proud of the plan that and I say we, with emergency services in the towns, both adjoining Strasburg, Woodstock, not to kick anybody else out, but they're in my opinion, the epicenter.
Right.
That all the work that's gone forth, into their planning processes and all the support and the camaraderie. It's the biggest project where we've had the largest group come together to build, and I told the board the same thing. We've got a really good plan. We just have to work our plan and be adaptive and be able to respond to the things that we don't, because the day-to-day calls aren't going to go away. We're still going to have the normal. If not, they're going to be elevated.
Right.
So I think that's a big key component of it too. I don't want to leave that out. I think that is so important for that we've had that collaboration between all agencies, and it's been flawless.
We were talking a little bit before we started this. There have been some incidents in our region with regard to emergency personnel. I guess it would be driver inattentiveness as they're going through those incidents where they have an ambulance strike or a fire apparatus strike. We want to make sure that people are aware that those people that are out there, they're trying to get the road open as quickly as they can. They're trying to make things as safe as possible. So that's the time where you really do need to be paying your traffic. Your speed may be slower, but you really need to increase your attention during those times because you do have a lot of movement on a place where you normally wouldn't have movement or stop vehicles.
We just do. Absolutely, Sheriff. I agree 100%. We have had the misfortune in our region. I say region, not just our county or state, but local states and areas around us too, of some recent struck-bys as far as responder vehicles, whether it be law enforcement, fire rescue, whatever that looks like, tow companies, whatever the responding agency is out. But, yeah, it's a level of awareness now. I can't stress enough, Sheriff, and every time we get an opportunity, we should be preaching the move over law, that to move over or slow down to a safer speed for emergency apparatus, whatever color light it should be. We should be stressing that safety aspect. And also, driver attention. The distracted driver stuff is real. It's out there. We work with it every day. But the phone down, put the phone down, pay attention. Eyes on the road, and be aware of what you're doing. Not just for responder safety, but it's very important for that person in that vehicle to get home safe to their family as well. They need to do their due diligence.
Yeah, I tell you now, from a parent with a child who's in college, that's when it hits you. That's when it hit me. I mean, you understand highway safety and generally what's going on, but then when you're sending your kid to college and then your kids are coming home for the weekend, man, you're really paying attention to what's going on the interstate then, I can tell you, from a parent standpoint.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Same with me with one that just has a learner's permit for the driver's license.
Yeah.
It's very real at that point in time, sure.
So let's go back a little bit to the bridge construction. I know there's been regular meetings and regular communications with regard to the operation and the pre-planning on this. We were going to set up basically an incident command on this as well. So we'll have people that are working throughout the process, whether they be fire and rescue, Department of Transportation, law enforcement. So we're doing that during that weekend, I would say.
Yes, sir. We will be open with the gracious of all agencies. We open Emergency Operations Center. I think we've agreed that that'll be in your office here in the room, which we're proud to have that. So that it'll be a collaboration of all the agencies coming in one unified command to be able to manage that incident.
One of the things I know about our community, when people hear about this particular disruption, detour, I think local people understand that's probably not a good time to go to this place or do this particular errand that day. And a lot of local people will basically give that time for people to take care of people, meaning responders or VDOT or whoever, to give them time to get their work done that day. So I do foresee that local people that are living in the area, they're going to be able to, because we manage through these a lot, quite frankly, with just regular crashes on the interstate. It's the people that are trying to move through. They might not be as patient.
Yeah, I think so too. And you bring up a very good point, Sheriff. I think the key to this is the work will get done. I fully believe that. The work will get done in that 12, 18-hour period, and we're certainly hopeful of that. The key is the outreach and the communication and opportunity to do what we're doing now and to talk about things and to get the word out to the public, because that's what's going to help us more than most. We kind of jokingly tell folks it's a prime opportunity. That Saturday, it'll be a Saturday afternoon. We'll shut the interstate down around 6 p.m. We'll work in the evening through the night and hopefully open up sometime Sunday, morning, midday.
And we'll put out, I'm sure, the Emergency Communications Center, VDOT, all the organizations involved. If there's any unforeseen disruptions that we're getting, we'll make sure that we put those things out for the public. But yeah, we'll do that. We're trying to make sure that we're doing everything we can up front to pre-plan for this and prepare everybody for what's about to happen. But then as we get into it, certainly if there's any updates, I'm sure we'll be posting those or putting that out as soon as we know.
We will, and we have some drafts planned, just waiting to plug in a time or a date with those, and as we get closer, we'll be getting those out, and that is absolutely correct. Our biggest ask is to share adequate and accurate information.
And I want to qualify that comment with, we're posting this prior to the event. If any of the changes occur with regard to if a date is different, we'll make sure that we update our post with regard to that information for the public as well. Jeff, anything more?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming in. Yeah, man.